Robin the Realistic, also known as Robin the Metagod, Robin Gilliver, and many other names, is one of many YouTubers who spend their entire existence in misery, ranting and screaming about the most minor topics. It's his personal attributes and preferences that set him apart from the rest and make him one of the most depraved figures on this platform. He has violent, obsessive, and attention-seeking tendencies, and worst of all, he possesses one of humanity's most deranged fetishes, cannibalism. But let's back up a bit. In 2013, Robin made his earliest known account on YouTube under his real name, Robin Gilliver. He made a Google Plus account a year later when everyone else was forced to. The only surviving footage of this channel's content comes from a commentary YouTuber named Cyber Robotics, as the channel was wiped sometime between 2016 and 2018. Already, his trademark style of content is on full display, pointing a phone camera at another screen and engaging in what he calls battles with people, harassing them for days on end.
Yes, I did have to put a 1-up on my own comments, because the PK Boys is not giving any valid points. Adolf Hitler had millions of followers, Jesus had 12.
During this era, Robin discovered a Google Plus cannibalism fetish group named Bellamere Kingdom, led by a self-identified cat boy named Tinkerhat. Cannibalism is, of course, the act of consuming other people as food. After initially attacking the group, he joined their ranks and became a close friend of Tinkerhat's. Under his direction, Robin then proceeded to promote the fetish group across Google+, linking it to people he mentions in his posts and other Google Plus groups, some of which were not safe for work. Since the 2024 version of this video, 2 alt accounts of Robin's from 2015 have been found. However, like his original account, they've since been wiped clean. It was in late 2018 that Robin started another channel named Robin Hyperlord, where the rest of his odd behavior surfaced. In just 2019 alone, he ranted about psychology being fake, lit his shit on fire on camera to protest Shaggy memes, harassed animator Daria Cohen over her treatment of his waifu, Missy, and became so obsessed with the star side YouTuber Gibby ASMR that he crafted an elaborate fantasy of, well...
I then dragged Gibby ASMR through the streets, being applauded. I butchered them, I raped them to death. Butchered them, I was bored and made a bit of furniture out of their skin.
This video was later taken down, either by him or by YouTube, but a re-upload survives to this day. Around mid to late 2019, Robin and Tinkerhat created a Discord server named Hitokui Jin Shootown, a continuation of their cannibalism roleplay group. Chat logs showed just how twisted his mind had become while providing a glimpse of Robin's iconic art style. In one instance, Robin is even seen soliciting risque photos from a girl of unknown age, describing her as a fine spit roast. Full video linked below. He also allegedly sent out feet pics during this time, with the person making this allegation providing the exact quote, "The dogs need a feeding." There is no proof of this being real, and it's very easy to make things up about Robin. However, Robin responded to this allegation years later by showing his feet on camera. Make of that what you will. Robin delved into social topics as 2020 arrived, discussing COVID being a benefit.
The human race deserves the coronavirus. You know, especially as the coronavirus is actually justified.
Black Lives Matter.
So this man has apologised after being harassed or bullied or something by these 40-year-old niggas. Yes, I am using the N-word, because here, these people have no other description. These people are 100% niggas.
And 9/11 being justified.
Hold on, why is it happy 9/11 day? Because the Americans deserved to die. Oh, I know.
Robin made his biggest mistake in April of 2020. Robin attacked Carl Smallwood's fact feed, wishing a number of brutal deaths upon him for the most minor, petty reasons. Carl Smallwood became the first big YouTuber to clown on Robin, having a full 20 minutes of fun just wrecking the guy.
People who make all these complaints in the YouTube comment section, they're all just big fat hairy trolls in their basements, so as I said, bull.
He didn't! There's no way, no!
Carl's audience descended upon him, unearthing and later destroying Hitokui Jinshu Town, roasting him harder than a YouTuber with a career to lose ever could, and flagging his channel and its TOS breaking content day after day. All of this culminated with an incident that would end this channel and change Robin's life forever. On July 12th, 2020, as reported in multiple British news outlets, Robin was put on trial for attempting to poison his own parents with fly swatter. Yeah, raid. The outcome of this trial is unknown, but considering Robin's quick reappearance within weeks and statements from a future court case, it's possible that he got a suspended sentence or even had the charges against him dropped entirely due to the support of his parents. Robin would explain his feelings at this time in a very vulnerable video he released in 2022, for reasons we'll get to later.
Probably not even a month, in my first week in a new flat away from home. I was not kicked out, but I was forced to move into a flat as temporary accommodation because of a controversy in my life, of which I probably cannot explain. I was terrified. I cried. Well, every night for a week, I cried. I cried because I was in a bed I barely knew, away from home. My parents I misjudged. It was terrifying. But for all of August, I began watching more YouTube. I stumbled upon a channel called Fake ASMR.
In the last few days of August 2020, after being kicked out of his parents' house, Robin started a new channel named Robin the God. He came back with a new target for his obsession, an ASMR YouTuber named Fake ASMR, who Robin became overly attached to due to her character reminding him of Daria Cohen's Missy. Over the course of 2020, Robin became very upset with her and proceeded to spam out videos disparaging and threatening her for the next 3 years, even renaming his channels to variations of Robin, Fake ASMR must be blank.
Comment get Fake ASMR fired or hashtag then get Fake ASMR fired. Because if Fake ASMR has no job, then she has no money or income, then she cannot make any more of these YouTube videos.
He also spammed many channels vaguely related to ASMR with calls to harm her, which is how I discovered him. Robin escalated from wanting Fake to simply lose her income to wanting her non-lethally harmed, injected with cancer cells, and her workplace burned down, before posting a video calling for her gang rape, murder, and consumption by December of 2021, echoing his story about Gibby ASMR from years prior. All of this was due to, in Robin's words, her treatment of the fictional characters in her roleplays, characters who were often only in one video and were all voiced by her. Robin's tendency to prioritize fictional characters over real people was on full display here, and the results speak for themselves. In January 2022, a member of the ASMR community got in direct contact with YouTube, resulting in one of only 2 channel terminations Robin has ever faced. Robin jumped to a new channel within days, Robin the Morgon, and released that very vulnerable video I previously touched on, discussing previous events and mourning his old channel.
This got me crying again. I cried again. After a long time, I've cried to sleep last night. Because I need my channel. Over the course of over a year, I have made so many playlists. Over 10,000 videos. And my channel is all of a sudden removed.
He proceeded to re-upload some of the more disgusting videos from its final months, making it the only surviving content from Robin the God.
I've come to make videos that are asking people to have Fake ASMR be killed, not just doxed or fired, but killed. Or taxidermied, even raped, tortured, beheaded.
This included many disgusting drawings of Fake ASMR and other ASMR VAs having various cruel acts performed on them. Robin got even more twisted on this channel, writing up fan fiction of many terrible things happening to fake ASMR. Over the next few months, however, Robin slowly mellowed out, spending his time discussing politics, VTubers he began watching, and his new crushes for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
There's my Teru, my beautiful Teru. Apparently it is a thing about figures. That is bad. Toru is, simply far too beautiful to be used. Toru must not be in any merchandise. And people might use merchandise for something more sex-related.
Robin broke his phone in May 2022, losing access to his previous account. He created a new account named Robin the Metagod and continued his content there, discussing Daria Kohen and the various fetish sites he frequented to an audience of no one. That is, of course, until November 2022, when Robin decided to pick a fight with the ghetto ASMR detractor community.
Why are you allowing this? Why?
A video on Ghetto ASMR's background is linked in the description, but long story short, he's a Hall of Fame Discord groomer who was outed in 2020. Robin decided to pick a fight with one of Ghetto's detractors, Amaya Pervy Trash, by defending Ghetto ASMR and spamming their comment sections, which ignited another firestorm against him as the other Ghetto detractors and re-upload channels unearthed mountains of reprehensible content and trolled him for a while. During this time, in a series of videos against King Ghetto ASMR re-uploads, Robin not only defends Ghetto ASMR, but pedophilia in general.
I'm not a pedophile. I will not automatically respect pedophiles, but I'm not completely against pedophiles. They can be very decent people. Their pedophilia, if it is more fetish than actual action, is just a fetish.
In fact, during Phase 2, Robin's pedophilic tendencies became more obvious than ever, as he repeatedly showed not safe for work art of underage characters on the fetish site Ika's Portal under the guise of attacking it, quote-unquote. Among this art was an image of Simpsons toddler characters wearing nothing. To this day, Robin claims that he had no further intentions beyond attacking the artist who made the art. This is very difficult to believe. Obviously, defending a predator and showing anime kids on his channel only made things worse, and it took a period of inactivity in early 2023 to save him from further large-scale humiliation. It turns out this inactivity had 3 causes: Robin moving back in with his parents, a court case over some of his 2020 videos, and him spilling a Pringles can full of his own cum onto his laptop, breaking it. Robin stayed at a particular level of deranged throughout 2023, just enough to keep the attention of myself and others, but not enough to really be a threat to anyone. He mostly coped and seethed about his new waifus from that dragon anime for the most part.
Figure is very disrespectful to the person it is modelled or is shaped to look like, as it is an equivalent of taxidermy.
In November 2023, Robin entered a random internet beef with a 16-year-old boy named Ethan, a teenager who he later fantasized about the rape and murder of. During this beef, a Robin dick rider named neverending came to my attention, joining in on the petty fighting. To no one's surprise, King Ghetto ASMR re-uploads found an old expose video proving Neverangel was a 23-year-old Discord groomer. Video on that here. After the release of this video, a video that barely cracked 100 views at the time, Neverangel had an EF3 mental breakdown and cut Robin off, causing him to go batshit in response.
Can the Scout Trooper put his hand up? There you are, Mr. Scout Trooper. Can you say the letter A, Mr. Neverangel? B, B, K, C. Up next is N or N. You have said the N-word many times.
I, for once, decided not to feed the beast here, sadly depriving the playlist of what could have been its funniest videos yet. In early 2024, Robin discovered Robin made himself more and more enemies as 2024 continued, lashing out at random people over random topics for months on end. While the religious were his primary enemy throughout the year, other subjects included random people he had internet arguments with.
I have to waste 5 minutes of my time trying to explain this one thing. That simply touching some grass is not anything but overrated.
The psychic community.
If your job is to comfort people using lies or misinformation, such as that of the psychic, then you should be thrown into an insane asylum.
More underage anime characters.
Because Ranka died. Ranka is the little wolf girl, the cute wolf girl. That was funny.
And what I can only describe as constant surveillance of Daria Cohen.
I always have a monthly reminder upload. Basically me telling you, my presumed audience, that Daria Cohen is evil, must be stopped in some form or another. But usually it's because no one really gets me seriously that I just sort of get bored.
These videos will continue well after the end of this era. In a strange move, Robin also revealed his hygiene habits in a video debating Christianity. While the most graphic parts have been cut from this video, the rest must be seen to be believed.
Like, I barely shower a lot of the time. I like to shower slightly more, like once per week. I am like having a shower once per 2 weeks because of time restraints. Also means I'm not using as much water, and you remember back in the 2000s people talked about how there is a water crisis, like there was an energy crisis.
In June 2024, Robin gained access to YouTube's community tab, which he promptly used to attack and annoy almost anyone he encountered within the YouTube comments section. Banned from commenting? He'd post about it there. Random holidays and world events he had no stake in? He posts about them there too. Robin essentially used it like his old Google Plus account. Unlike Google Plus, however, YouTube actually had users, which meant that Robin slowly attracted more and more dedicated detractors as he added channel after channel by the dozens. For now, however, this community tab accelerated a previously evident trend. Robin's content was becoming more and more boring and lame over time. He became more and more of an explicit attention seeker, while not saying anything of either substance, humor, or even terror. This content drought was more than needed for everyone involved, willingly or otherwise. In July, I pushed out a couple of videos I made while hiding in a nuclear bunker for half the year, but apart from that, everyone largely moved on. As the Robin content drought continued, the world got to sleep soundly. Nothing Robin did mattered, and no one cared about it. Future attempts to excavate even the slightest bit of humor or shock value from this time were, with a small few exceptions, largely unsuccessful. The only highlight of this time period was in May 2025, when King Hybern leaked the screenshots of Hitokuen Jinshu Town seen previously, and proceeded to troll him for another 2 weeks. During the following summer, however, things began to change. Robin began to face constant resistance from his newly created group of detractors, and his past was once again under a magnifying glass. Eventually, something had to give. And it did. In order to help prevent copycats, the following will be the most vaguely worded description of events in this entire video. It all started back in May, with one of Robin's typical YouTube comment debates. The user Robin was arguing with, going by the name of MLG Evan Ver, left a comment on his channel shortly after, saying, "By the way, Robin, there's something in the mail." This person managed to find Robin's address and sent him a Bible, which Robin later burned on camera. This marked the first known example of Robin becoming a target of real-life harassment for his online antics, but it wouldn't be the last. 2 months later, on July 18th, Robin posted a strange message to his community tab. His house was having mysterious internet issues. His parents had, in his words, become mentally ill, and he was keeping them from killing themselves. And just before these events, a mysterious, mindless troll, referred to by Robin's dad as Kyle, had reached out to his parents out of concern for his family's safety due to Robin's online activity. Initially, I thought these internet issues were genuine and were causing Robin to literally go insane after over 20 years of uninterrupted internet access, and this was the opinion I conveyed at the time. Unfortunately, my intuition was wrong. A lone individual, who I'll leave unnamed, later confessed that they had taken matters into their own hands in an attempt to stop Robin once and for all. They managed to contact Robin's parents and persuaded them to cut off their home's internet access. Presumably, they then lied to Robin, claiming that the internet was out for a long while turning it back on during his 12 hours of sleep per day. This is quite the dangerous course of action. Real-life harassment tends to result in more real-life harassment, something which shouldn't be provoked when half the women Robin has threatened to rape and murder live one train ticket away from him. His parents don't deserve to be dragged into internet nonsense either. After all, look at the kid they have to live with. This was a red line that was previously very well held, and I've even personally intervened to hold it. However, it seems that the new community that Robin has cultivated do not share these concerns and will do everything in their power to destroy him rather than simply mock him from a distance. Robin can blame no one for this but himself. Every time a group of concerned users or trolls loses interest in Robin, he always manages to find a new one to childishly provoke for attention, committing more and more extreme acts to do so, constantly running the risk of others bringing themselves down to his level. For months, a fragile peace took hold. Robin was relatively silent, and everyone else was able to go about their lives. However, in late 2025 and going into 2026, Robin regained access to YouTube and began schizo posting frequently in his community tab about a variety of topics. As always, he harassed random people from YouTube comment debates, added random YouTubers he didn't like, one of whom actually responded, and made strange posts about current events, such as a post where he proposed hanging Donald Trump over climate change laws. This was a strange about-face, considering that Robin aligns with Trump on almost everything else, had him as a profile pic and banner for months at this point, and shares the same taste in girls. The entire time, Robin claimed that he was unable to upload videos for reasons unknown. I don't personally know of any YouTube punishment that specifically disables uploading, but lets you do everything else. But I don't threaten to kill or eat women on a regular basis, so I guess I wouldn't know about YouTube punishments. On February 19th, 2026, after 3 years of operation, Robin the Realistic was terminated by YouTube. Due to the amount of rule-breaking content that's been on his channel for years, the large number of creators with passionate audiences he's harassed and threatened, and the number of people he's provoked into trying to destroy him, the catalyst for the sudden move could have been anything, anyone, and from anywhere. Could this be the end of Robin's reign? Probably not. Like a cockroach, he will return, again and again. He'll probably be in this video's comments. And most importantly, on a new account, he'll be able to upload videos again. We must stand ready. So, what have we learned? Robin is a 31-year-old man-child who never grew out of his edgy teenage phase, foregoing any adult responsibility in favor of being one of YouTube's most bizarre creatures. He's existed as a terminally online freak longer than many of his underage targets of hatred or lust have even been alive. He puts fictional women, or little girls, on a pedestal over real women, to the point that he wants their creators dead for daring to harm his crush in their own works. He's also probably some flavor of autistic, I guess. If you think that's a valid excuse for all of this, then so be it. Thanks to everyone who survived to the end of this video. Your support truly counts. Make sure to like and comment and all that stuff. For those new to Robin and curious to find out more, check the playlist linked in the end card. It has everything you need, including more details on some of the, frankly, more fucked up topics of this video. One last thing. I got a surprise coming in the next few days, so look out for that. See you next time.